Hello, Bigfoot enthusiast. Scott here from Squatch America.
And Hannah, domestic goddess, chief cook, doggy mama, and patriot granny in the house tonight. Woo, woo.
Anyway, so yeah, we got a cool show tonight. Actually, we're gonna do some debunking.
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 Is that anything like spelunking?
Not really.
Anyway.
So hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. You're our friend from Australia,
yeah.
I think, or are you a Kiwi? Which one are you?
No, that's fighting words.
I don't know. I know some very nice people from New Zealand.
I know. Anyway, so let's get rolling.
All right. He is in Victoria, Australia.
Australia.
We've never been to Australia. I have no idea where that is. But
it's down under.
Well, all right. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. I've known some lovely people from Australia too.
And hi, Scott. And tonight's show is brought to you.
Stacy and Greg.
And tonight's show is brought to you by Scott Goebel, who happened to message me this video he found on the interwebs. And I actually feel bad. I didn't get back to him. I started looking at it and working on it and thinking about it. And then I forgot to text you back, Scott, and said,
thanks for the video, man.
Thanks for the video. So, so what I'm going to do tonight is, I'm going to show you.
Have absolutely nothing funny to share with them.
No, I'm going to, I'm gonna share with you.
You didn't even introduce it.
The video. Well, that's what I'm doing.
Oh.
I'm gonna share with you the video that Scott sent to me, and then it was from Rocky Mountain Sasquatch.
Rocky Mountain Bigfoot.
Rocky Mountain Bigfoot.
Are they anything like the Rocky Horror Picture?
No, it's not. Pretty cool guy. Really cool guy.
Okay.
I've never met him in real life, but I have watched a lot of his videos. He's pretty cool. He's out there. He does a lot of the sharing the Bigfoot stories from the locations that they're from. It's kind of cool. But anyway, so he shared this video. I don't know how he got it. Somebody sent it to him, but it was filmed in Alberta, Canada, and it was from a overlander YouTube channel. So this guy goes out and they camp in their Jeeps and the tents on the top of their Jeep kind of thing. So this was from an overlander video. And when you watch the original one, there's a lot of clues that kind of.
Well, you shouldn't give away the farm before you show them the farm.
I won't. We're going to show you the videos.
Okay.
So.
All right. So. But you're supposed to share a brief history of trail camera Bigfoot sightings.
Oh, okay. A brief history of trail camera Bigfoot sightings. There is none. Well, there's like 2 or 3 really close-up ones. There's a famous one where you see the back of a Bigfoot.
We used to show that one all the time.
Yeah, I used to show that one all the time until I had a time to sit down and I flipped it up to Cliff Barrickman. I said, have you seen this one before? What's the deal on that? And he goes, that's a costume. In fact, my wife's working with it right now on a Hollywood set. It's a Hollywood costume. So,
okay.
So, and he showed me pictures of her with that costume and the guys. And so
needless to say, you were taken.
I was taken by that one too. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, and what is the appeal of trail cameras? We're going to talk a lot about trail cams tonight. What's the appeal of them? Why do people want to use trail cams all the time?
Well, it's what we have on the market. And we use them, don't get me wrong. And we've caught a lot of really cool stuff on them.
We caught a golem.
I got a picture of a golem. I didn't bring that up, but I should show you. It's in one of my videos way back at the beginning of the world. But
if you guys want to see some really good Bigfoot stuff, I'm dead serious. you need to go back to the videos that he did before we hit the road, because he had so much time and space, you know, when we weren't moving around all the time. I mean, he put out some great content back in like 2018, 2019. So go back to our early Blue Mountain Bigfoot research videos. You'll be floored. They were awesome.
And some of the stuff we found. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a little background before I get into this. So when I'm watching these videos, I may see things that a lot of other people don't, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I owned a production company for a while, and we did a lot of videos. We were partners with Grizzly Adams Productions, which is, if you remember the old Grizzly Adams show. We didn't work on that show, but we worked on the
we did some other stuff for him.
Yeah, we did some other stuff for him. I mean, after the Grizzly Adams program was over, he did a lot of like the Bible Code, Finding Noah's Ark. He did a lot of
the Ark of the Covenant, finding the
Ark of the Covenant. He did a lot of documentaries of like going out and looking for these things. And on my production studio, I didn't get to go travel the world with him and shoot that stuff, but I did a lot of
special effects.
We did a lot of the special effects. I did a lot of the editing, and we did a lot of the studio shots of, you know, the narrator talking in the studio and stuff like that. So
this was in the days before CGI.
Yeah, this was back when things were filmed on video VHS tapes.
And he was cutting and scotch taping things together. It was,
video and you know, we did digital editing, but it was in its infancy. I'll put it that way.
I will tell you, folks, this guy it's editing. You have like a love-hate relationship.
I have a love-hate relationship
and he often thank you, Janice. You're right. Yep, you got it. Actually, I'm more into the Maha. The Maha, make America healthy again. Anyway, but every time he gets frustrated with the editing process now, because he says for every hour of video, it takes me 10 hours to edit it. I said, remember, for every hour of video, it took you like 10 days to edit.
Yeah.
So no complaining allowed. Yes, and I'm wearing this shirt and hat for a very happy reason.
So we are we're going to watch this. We set up an over-the-shoulder cam.
Woohoo! There we are.
Okay, so you can see my setup. I just wanted you to see our setup here.
Yeah.
And actually, this is in the camper.
Yeah, this is where we live and work and play and
so
travel.
You can see this is the screen I'm broadcasting to you on, and this is the screen that my computer's using. And I don't know if I can. And this is my computer right here that my son built for me. He's kind of a brilliant kid.
And behind him is his vlogging camera.
Yeah, and that's my vlogging camera behind us. So anyway,
so now you can see just what kind of quarters we are snuggled up in.
Yeah.
And over that way
is Hannah's desk.
Is my desk with my two computers.
And you get a behind the scene look of the curtain behind us, and
my new refrigerator this year over there with all the magnets on it.
So that's our setup. So what you're going to be watching is this screen right here while I'm doing this, but I'll pop it up on the screen where you guys can see it. So we're going to go back over here.
Stacy, it is very efficient and it is very tiny. And I just want to know, Daisy is she's actually here. Put our studio up again. And I'm going to point where Daisy is. Daisy is
under Hannah's
under
desk.
my desk.
Oh, right over there. Okay.
Chewing on something. She's had her pre-bedtime zoomies, and now she's starting to fall asleep because it's dark time. And it is, I wanted to say, it is a very efficient setup. Scott Goebel has been in here multiple times.
Yeah.
And if we ever put it up for auction, how many of you would bid on it?
Yeah. Just say. All right. So I'm going to add my other screen over here. So I hope you can hear it. I don't know how this is all set up right, But
Do you have
this,
settings to share? Are you going to do? Are you sharing sound or just video?
you should be able to sound. I hope. Cross my fingers.
If you can't hear
If
the
you can,
sound, let us know.
So this is the original video that Scott sent me
From Rocky Mountain
from
Bigfoot.
Rocky Mountain Bigfoot,
Tell us
and
what
we're
you think.
going to jump through it because copyright stuff. But if you can see this,
Well, actually,
right
we
here.
are using this. We're supposed to, we are
It's fair use.
Yeah, we are using the video under fair use strictly for educational purposes.
Mhm.
This is, you are coming to video editing 101.
Yeah. Yeah. So, in fact, I think I can make it fuller screen. That's okay. So you see the figure right here. Let's see. Tell me if you can hear it.
Voyager Overland caught strange hominid-like creature on trail camera video. An off-roading and jeeping YouTube channel called Voyager Overland captured a strange creature on a trail camera they had set up near one of their Jeeps during an overland trip to Ruby Falls in the Alberta Rockies. They have no idea what was lurking around their Jeeps during the night. I put the original video in the description on our YouTube breakdown video of this. Make sure to go check them out. What has me perplexed is the creature seems translucent at times, perhaps due to motion blur or not enough infrared lights emitted from the camera hitting the subject, or a combination of both. I really do not know. I use game.
So I'm going to pause it right there. I want to point something out, what he just said, because of motion blur. That is not the effect here that you're seeing. Motion blur has a different look on camera. And if you noticed, if you can see my cursor, let me here.
Back it up a little bit.
You're going to hear him chat a little bit.
Backwards masking. It's probably telling us how to sell our souls to Satan as
Yeah,
you go backwards.
that's it. So you see there's kind of a dual picture here. That's a reflection from the eyes back to the camera. But if you see right here, if there was motion blur when it stepped in front of the truck here, if it was real, you wouldn't see the truck. Let's continue.
I really do not know. I use game cameras as part of my Bigfoot research. Never seen anything quite like this. I'm running this through a light filter to really help the subject pop, and then I will enlarge.
So what he said is he put it through a light filter. That's why it's kind of a brownish reddish color. I'm going to show you how to do that too. And
that's called sepia tone, and it's what all those old silent movies were, the silent westerns were made from.
And it's a LUT too, because you can see the corners here are kind of shaded. That's called a LUT filter to make it kind of cinematic. But that's not what you would use it to enhance this with. But anyway, he did that, and he if you notice something else about this video, it's been cropped in on so you don't see. Usually trail cameras at the bottom of them will say the time, date, the name of the camera company or whatever on it. But if you notice, it's been cropped in, so that's not there anymore.
That's kind of suspicious.
That's kind of 150% with the light filter on.
So he zoomed it in.
On,
see that?
It's strange.
And that little jumpy thing, and when it's jumping towards the camera, I'll show you how to do that too.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
how long did it take for me to make a judgment on this?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Like 4 seconds.
So so that's pretty much the video. I am going to jump ahead to something that tipped me off. So we're going to scroll here to the beginning of this. Is the original video. Now this was an hour-long video, and I only downloaded the pertinent part at the end where he put it. So this is the whole. You can see this right here is the whole video that I downloaded at the end of it. So we're going to play that one real quick, and I want you to listen to what the guy said when he was talking about it in his Overlander video. So you show them camping and what at the beginning here.
You stopped it.
Well, I made it large, so paused.
So for a while now, I've been putting out a trail cam at night, hoping to catch some wildlife around camp while we're sleeping. And with my granddaughter, who just loves wildlife, how cool could it be if I could show her some night pictures of what's walking around at night while we're sleeping? Now, I must admit, I haven't had any luck so far. I've put up.
Okay, so he hasn't had any luck so far, and he wanted to do something to impress his granddaughter while they're camping with him. Now, something's very interesting. He's got 2 different trail camera shots in here. Now, the first trail camera shot is the one you see on the screen right now. And we're going to jump ahead while he's talking about, I've never caught anything on video. Now, this is an earlier one, so this is not the trail camera shot with the Jeep in it. But if we run it forward, I'll show you something. So he must have caught this at an earlier time, but something he noticed when he gets his face really close to the camera, it whites it out. And if you back it up, you can start to see it. So he's backing away from the camera.
That's really creepy.
So
when you
that
go
has
slow
nothing to
motion.
do with the trail camera shot, but this is one he had got at an earlier time.
Do you know how creepy that is when his face backs up like
Yeah.
that? Oh my gosh.
So
It kind of looks like a cardboard cutout,
Yeah.
actually.
So what happened here is, I think this is when he realized when he gets his face really close to the camera, it whites it out and you can't see details.
But you get some of that
And you
motion blur.
Well, that's not motion blur. This here is a reflection off the lens of the
Oh,
camera,
got
like a solar flare. When you get the sun flare in your pictures, that's what all this stuff right here is.
no.
But
Raptor
it's what?
You're just talking a mile a minute.
Go ahead.
Yeah, breathe a little bit, buddy. Raptor wants to know if this was from Les Stroud.
No, it's not. It's from this guy here. This guy here, he has
It's
his. He has an Overlander YouTube channel, and there's a link in our description already of this guy's channel of this video, so you can go to his channel. He does Overlander videos where they're camping and stuff at night.
Yeah.
So
And Lee says she has watched it and it was creepy.
it was creepy. I'll give you that. It was creepy. So we're gonna hit play.
But tonight was different.
But tonight was different. Dun, dun, dun. So this is his original video on his
There's
YouTube
a bat.
channel.
Did you see the
I
bat?
saw the bat go by.
I like bats, everyone, just so you know.
So you see that weird creature walking around.
Shadow
And
nose.
the shadow nose. Yeah, and you see the reflection of the eye shine. The eye shine from the IR of the camera. And every once in a while you see a little flash. That's bugs coming in front of the lens. And then you see that right there, which kind of was weird to me. So I'm going to back up a little bit. This is what really got me. If you get really close to the camera, I got to get it back here, frame by frame. I'm almost there, I think. Oh, there we go. Ah, I forgot to put my phone on silent.
You
But
always
guess what
forget-
that is? That looks a lot like a hoodie to me.
Yep. In fact, earlier tonight, Stacy said, hate to say it, but looks like a person with some fiddly effects on it. I love fiddly effects.
Yeah. So that was that. So we're going to continue the video here. And then later on, he pops back and says this.
This morning, it almost feels like somebody doesn't want us to camp here anymore.
All right. So it feels like somebody doesn't want us to camp here anymore.
Doo, doo, doo.
Do, do, do. Now, I know he had not seen the video from his camera yet, supposedly. And so he went on to say it rained last night, and he started talking about the rain, kind of changed the subject. So he had that little quip in there. Something didn't want us here last night. Well, how did you know, dude? Okay. So
All right, so there was that original footage.
That was all the original
from
footage.
Canada.
Yep.
Yeah,
So should we do a thingy real quick?
I think so.
All right. So
Time pausing for station identification. Everyone go out and get Starlink. By the way, the brand new Starlink model, which is not the one we have, but there's a brand new Starlink dish model where you don't even have a separate router. You just put the dish out, turn it on, and boom.
Boom. You're there. So anyway,
imagine having high-speed internet no matter where you are. With Starlink, that dream is now reality. No more buffering, lag, or limited access. Starlink connects you to ultra-fast, reliable internet anywhere on Earth. From seamless streaming to intense gaming and productivity, Starlink empowers you to do it all. And here's the best part. Sign up using our exclusive link and get your first month free. Don't miss out on the future of internet. Click the link in our description to get started today. Starlink, revolutionizing internet, one connection at a time. Join now.
all right.
Boom.
Boom.
We actually love our Starlink.
We actually do.
It's pretty awesome.
So
Maybe it'll become the national internet provider.
it might be. That'd be cool. Anyway, so here we go, folks. Jump back into the comments.
So any other things? So during the credits, it says a fictional ghost story.
Oh, I didn't read the credits at the end. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, Pyro, for ruining every. No, it's just kidding. All right.
Pyro said he says I wanted it to be real. I think they can cloak.
Yeah. Well, I got a thing about cloaking, and we might get into that later. So I'm going to show you what I did. We're going to jump back into the
studio.
The studio.
And here is your primer on how to create your own ghost Bigfoot hoax video.
Yes, it is. Dun, dun, dun.
And as we do this, I want to pay homage to the best hoaxer ever, Paul Freeman, who was not actually a hoaxer. I know we're running the risk of someone seeing this and editing it to say, yes, here's how you do a hoax. So Paul Freeman, of course, admitted to making footprints, making fake footprints, so he could study them, so he would know how to do it, so that when he got out into the woods and had a footprint to cast, he could do it well. With that said, media, with mainstream media,
with clever editing, can make you say anything.
Yep, clever media can make you say everything. So, as dolled up as I might be, let's not be manipulated by the media, folks.
So
anyway,
shall we get into this?
All sure.
Right. So guess what I did? I went out, and we'll throw this in the timeline, and see if I got it all in here too much. There we go. So we got this whole thing in the timeline. So I went up and set my trail camera. Now, where we're at in this campground, I didn't have enough room to get as far back away from my truck as they were with the camera, but this gives you the idea of what's going on. So we're going to jump ahead here.
Play it.
So we're going to play it. So this is me at night with a hoodie on.
Your brand new hoodie.
My brand new hoodie from the Dr. Pepper factory. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that was my.
Or is that your Deadpool?
My Deadpool hoodie.
Oh, he's right. Hey, who wants to see him do the Deadpool dance?
No, nobody. Anyway, so that's me walking around in front of the truck, in front of my truck with my hoodie on. And so I want to point out a couple things. One, look what happens when I get close to the camera. Let's make this big so you can see it. So that's what happens when I get close to the camera.
You look like an angel.
And then to back up when I was, what happened to the video? Oops, I jumped too far. Anyway, so I got to be careful. It goes a long ways fast.
Anyway, make your point.
I'm trying to get where I was behind the truck. Let's either do it with keyboard.
Oh my, look at those eyes.
Look at those eyes. Those scary,
Oh, he
scary.
doesn't look like an angel anymore. He looks like freaking Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Now he's walking backwards.
Well, I'm running the film backwards real quick.
You look like, oh. Go to the light. Go to the light.
Okay, so that was it. So I got another one where I was standing behind the truck. So I'm going to go back to where I can do some editing. So I want to show you something really cool. Is we bring this up here, and you can see me in front of the truck. Now, if I double click on this, I can go down to what's called opacity. And if I drop the opacity down,
That means the opaqueness. How dense is the image?
Yeah. Oh, look, I just kind of got ghostly looking in that video.
Mm-hmm.
But the truck disappeared too.
How do we prevent that?
How do we prevent that? Guess what? I went and went to one of these frames where I wasn't in the truck, and I took a snapshot of it. Click. So if we take the snapshot and we drop it below here, boom.
Now play them together.
The truck's back. Now if I play these together,
It's a freaking ghost of my husband.
There's a
When
ghost.
did you
walking
die
around.
and did not tell me?
There's a ghost walking around in front of the truck. So we'll start it over and make it big. So that took me all of like
5 minutes.
5 seconds to do that.
This is like Photoshop video work for beginners. I could probably figure out this. Yeah, Mike. It's called layering multiple video tracks with opacity adjustments.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And if you notice, he also cropped it in so that you could not see.
Yeah, so you couldn't see the numbers down here at the bottom of the video. I'm not going to do that, but because I'd have to render it and then download it again and then crop it.
So,
but I can also go back here, and if my ghost isn't ghosty enough, I can go back and I can raise the opacity a little bit so it looks a little bit more creepy. And then what Rocky Mountain did, he said he put a layer on it to make it pop a little bit, which I don't think really did anything. But if I go to my effects here or actually go here and add a LUT, like I said before.
A LUT filter.
A LUT filter. I think it's under colors, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So under these LUTs, I have darken, cool, brighten, boost. Let's see, not that one. Is there a sepia one? TV.
There's TV.
Epic. Oh, this one's kind of sepia, I think.
I think old film would be better next to it.
What's that?
Old film is to the right of that one.
No, that just makes it black and white. This makes it yellow.
Okay. Let's
so we dropped this LUT on the video, and on the truck. Oh, look, it looks just kind of like what he did. Now I could even go in and edit the LUT to make it
browner,
less browner, stuff like that. I can protect the skin tones. I can do different color palettes, whatever, change the color of the white balance, the temperature, make it brighter. Dimmer.
Oh, I'll bet he made it cooler.
Yeah, he just kind of made it cooler.
Yeah,
like
there
this.
we go.
And you can tint it to the red a little bit to make it a little more reddish. That's purple. Or purple. Drop the saturation, whatever. So anyway, now I can make it look like what Rocky Mountain did.
And go. can see your aura around you.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So anyway, and
Means
then
you're alive.
yeah, and then there's that part where, let's see, where's the part where I walked up here, where I was walking towards the camera. So if we stop it right there, and then I can go to the frame where I'm walking, I can cut that. I can move it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames, 6 frames, 7 frames ahead, 8 frames. Let's do 8. And then I cut it again and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cut it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cut it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cut it. Now we go back to the first cut and we delete it. And we skip one and we delete it. Now you remember the part where the creature kind of jumped towards the camera? Did you see that little jump?
Back it up more so they can get kind of a running start. Okay.
Oh, that's too far. That's way too far.
Well, just play it. Okay, black screen, black screen. There we go. It wasn't too far.
Okay, that's the first time I walked up to the camera. I should have done that one because there's more time on it. But you see a couple little jumps when I go back in front of the truck the third time. You'll see it kind of pop up on screen, then jump a couple times. Maybe. Boom, boom. Okay, I should have done the jumps
But
further.
that's okay because we get the idea. Basically, when you clip, when you clip, cut and resume, you're just getting that momentary blip in time. So you're taking a second right out of there.
Yeah, we'll do it down here. And I'll why isn't it going forward? We'll make it jump further.
Scott wants you to make your eyes glow.
Okay.
All right, play it again, Sam.
So what this will be one jump. So you'll see me come on and then also boom.
Oh, there we go. That was a good
see
one.
that jump. Okay, so so Scott wants me to make my eyes glow.
Of course, we're doing this to demonstrate that all this stuff can be all this. Okay, and this is coming from your woo-woo wife.
Yeah.
All this because I don't think that woo-woo means this mysterious, weird special effects crap. I really don't think there's any of this going on. But the point is that you can create all this stuff, and we've seen kind of pictures that have made the rounds on the internet, like, oh my gosh, first it was here, then it was here. Is that a time slip, or it went right through the trees? And we can create all that from a program that costs us $9.95 a month. So, even your average middle schooler is learning how to do this in video art production class.
So Scott said, make the eyes go. Okay, this is another shot I did. This is the different one where I walked behind the truck. I said I was going to show you later.
Oh, that one's kind of creepy. You do kind of look like Bigfoot in a hoodie there.
Bigfoot.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that so much.
So this one I dropped it on the timeline like we did before. So I need to go into it and go back to video and drop the opacity.
I don't like you looking like a Bigfoot. Maybe you need to shave. No, I like this.
Okay, a little bit. I won't drop it so much this time, but you can see here now.
Ooh, that was a good spot.
The eye shine. And that's with my glasses on.
That was a good reflection.
Without,
Okay, so Pyro says, I've watched 2 videos on YouTube of a mirrored-looking distortion that were taken down within a few hours. They looked like the segment in A Flash of Beauty Paranormal Sasquatch. And can you make the time jump without the timer speeding up? That's why you would crop it out. That's why people would crop it out, correct?
right. So without the timer speeding up, without the jumps in the timer. Yeah, what you would do is you make the cuts and then you render the video into a new video. So the timer will be constant on that.
It's all manipulation. It's
So
all
yeah,
media manipulation.
so if I was to take this video here that I just did, and let's go,
you got time to render it.
yeah, let's go. Let's make this kind of fun at the beginning here. So I'm on the screen. We're going to cut it right here. We're going to jump me ahead like a whole body length. We're going to cut it again, and we're going to jump me again a whole body length. And then we're going to cut it again, and we're going to jump it over here about there, and we're going to cut it again. So we're going to get rid of this one. And
not that one, but that
this
one.
one. So, oops, I didn't have my. So I need to get these all together in one thing. Okay.
See what that looks like first.
So if we go back here, so we'll get the jump cuts in it.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of time between me walking behind the truck. So if I wanted to cut that out, I could go, boom, I disappeared there. And then we can jump this
right to where you appear.
To there. And then we'll cut it there. We will
delete.
Wait a minute. I'm looking to see if my.
And yeah, I tell you what, guys, because I am.
Okay. So now.
And by the way, y'all, this is why he does the editing and not me, because I don't have even a slight. I made and edited my own video one time. And that's when I decided I was not going to be a YouTuber. Wow, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, see how I jumped behind the truck now all of a sudden like a ghost. All right. So if I was further away from the truck, it would look even better.
Yeah.
I can make it even blurrier.
So the point was now you render this into a new video.
Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to get rid of this. I'm used to having my keyboard right there in front of me. Okay, so we got all that. So I need to take down their videos and get rid of that and get rid of this. So we're not rendering all that stuff. And then I can hit export. And I need to make sure I can find it. Okay, trail camera scam. That's it. Select that folder. I'm going to high quality do it. The resolution is what the video was, which is 480, which sucks anyway.
That's a trail camera.
That's a trail camera video. So we're going to click export. Boom. We're going to open it in a folder.
Bigfoot ghost.
Which is right here. That's this one.
Yep.
Oh, you guys, they aren't seeing that. Escape that. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is we're going to close that.
There are so many buttons to push to share stuff.
Open this. We're going to take Bigfoot ghost, drop it in the timeline. Now we can get rid of everything we did. and drop the edited video into the timeline. This is what you would upload to YouTube.
Except we want to get rid of that timestamp in the bottom.
So I want to get rid of the timestamp in the bottom. And since my video is 1080p, 16:9 version, and I want to get rid of these numbers down here that tells the time and date that it was filmed, all I have to do is click on this here.
That means crop
it to 16:9. And we got me behind the video. This is cut out. Apply that. And now we go to full screen and watch
for your
it
viewing pleasure.
for your viewing pleasure
The Ghost of Scott.
with eye shine and everything. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah, Pyro says, okay. All right, so let's go back to us.
Okay.
By the way, I'm going to bed early tonight. So a couple things. So Pyro says, I think the guy in the Rocky Mountain, Bigfoot, was wearing some glasses with lights or night vision goggles of some kind. Maybe. Well, he did wear glasses.
Yeah. Well,
He wore glasses, like normally.
mhm.
He's a glasses guy. Mike Prine says Bigfoot timeline travel.
Yeah.
And good, Pyro. We're glad. We apparently you debunked a few ghost clips that he's seen on GoofTube.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome, thanks.
absolutely. And welcome, Renee. You missed all the good stuff, but hey, we should put this up as premium content. Want to learn how to make your own hoax video?
Yeah.
Only $5.99.
Yeah. That's
And you
it.
can download the lesson. Yeah. So there were a lot of videos in the 90s and 2000s, and in fact you worked for Fuji TV and you did a lot of work like this for the Supernatural show.
Yeah, I actually also worked for a Japanese company called Fuji TV. It's a network in Japan, and they did their version of, if you remember the old Unsolved Mysteries.
This is exactly how they recreated stuff.
They had
on
a
the
show
screen.
called Unbelievable in their language, and I did a lot of ghost videos with them that we recreated.
And but they had a much harder time because they weren't doing it on a computer like this as much. They had
they still had computers back
were
then. You could do this. There was clunky. You couldn't do quite as much as this, but there's other techniques. I mean, back in the day, we did a ghost hunting one where I was with the production company and we did a video about a haunted hotel, and we were interviewing witnesses and then reenacting what they saw. In fact, I'm even in some of the shots as an extra. But
chewing his face.
I saw a ghost, but we did, there's other techniques. Like if you take a couple candles and light them, and then you hold them under the lens of the camera. And then we were actually, having to do this, you'd have the camera guy with the camera, and we had this girl dressed in white, and she had white makeup on too. And then we overexposed it a little bit and then held two candles underneath the lens, and this was in the 90s?
This is in the late 90s. This is 1990.
Yeah.
98.
So you hold these two candles under the lens. So my hand's the lens, and then you hold the candles underneath it in the front of it like this. And then we were walking backwards downstairs, holding the camera under the thing. And that creates in front of the camera. And then also another thing you do, we would take soap. And you could take soap and you wipe it on the lens of the camera, So it got kind of
Like a
like a
hazy.
smeary, hazy look to it. And then you put the candles under it and you film the person coming down. You keep them in focus, but they look kind of walking down the stairs.
Kind
So
of
back in the day,
ethereal.
yeah. So back in the day, there was techniques that you could do this stuff with. It's just way easier today
Yeah.
with the digital stuff.
So anyway, that is how you create a fake ghost Bigfoot video.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. And some, like I said, and some of the other things, you got to pay attention to what the guy said. I mean, at the beginning, you know,
I want to show my
I
granddaughter.
want to show my granddaughter, you know, what's creeping around at night. So,
And then waking up in the morning, I don't think they want us to be here.
yeah. So,
Of course, now Pyro said that they did disclaim it was a fictional ghost story.
they did. But whoever clipped that and sent it to Rocky Mountain Bigfoot didn't.
So if you don't go back and watch the original,
You wouldn't have known that.
because no dissing on Rocky Mountain Bigfoot, but he'd never seen anything like that. And he
Right.
used lots of trail cameras. So,
Right.
so anyway, really important when you see these videos, don't just look at the video that is like up there. If there is reference to an original video, always go back and watch the very original.
Right.
But I debunked that in like less time than it took me to debunk the Durango, Colorado one.
Mm-hmm. So
So-
I think if I go to the YouTubes, I mean, keep talking.
I don't know what to talk about. So how are y'all guys? Did y'all yeah, Lee says don't ruin Godzilla for me.
I won't ruin Godzilla. I love Godzilla too.
Hey, did you show them the AI image that you made of Bigfoot and your favorite beverage?
No,
You're gonna have
that's
to.
an upcoming video.
That's
now,
that's for our members only.
So we have our members only videos that we put up on Tuesday. It's just us traveling and fun times.
If you want to see behind the scenes and see our lives and have fun with us out and about, please, hey, yes, click join. Make sure you smash the like button. We are up to 3,051 subscribers. Yay! And click join for only $1.99 a month. The YouTube, joining our private community on YouTube is the cheapest route. If you want a cheap route to be a member,
or you can join us on Patreon.
for $5 a month.
Why is it blue now? It's gray instead of blue.
I know. What are you talking about? I
Colors
don't know.
changed. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
That has nothing to do with anything. Or you can go to Patreon and see the same thing and give us just a little bit more money. Remember, all that money goes to our favorite charitable organization, which we're going to share with you right now.
Right now. At Squatch America, we're not just searching for Bigfoot. We are giving back to those who serve. Every donation through YouTube and Patreon helps us to support the fallen outdoors, a veterans-led organization who takes heroes out hunting, fishing, and camping. But that's not all. We take veterans on real Bigfoot research expeditions, where they can enjoy the great outdoors and maybe, just maybe, discover something legendary. Join us in giving back. Support Squatch America today for the adventure, for the veterans, and for the wild. All right,
Heck,
we're back. Type in
don't-
Squatch America real quick.
I don't even think you can get like a cheap McDonald's crap coffee for $1.99 anymore.
Yeah,
Squatch
America.
America.
Okay.
What are you doing anyway?
I want to try to get to my channel, and I want to where is my playlists?
Playlists?
Oh, how about the button that says playlist?
This is where you lose people, by the way.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go.
Other channels we are on. Oh, that's a good one.
So I think here we go.
They can't see it.
They can now. All right, here we go, folks. Here's something that when back in the day. Now I was young. It was a
He
while
was
ago.
35 years
I was
old.
35 years old.
Not anywhere close to monthly old people pay.
So this is from the Fuji TV trailer.
Don't play too much.
Long time.
Here's I-84
Yeah.
going west from Boise. Geyser Grand Hotel. Ah!
In Japanese. So we're gonna jump ahead a little bit here. So copyright crap.
If you want to get to the right part.
I'm trying to. This is it. See, all this is just. See, this is the where we're filming the girl walking down the stairs with the light under the camera. That was that. Okay, this is me, by the way. Oh, look how scared my eyes are.
All right, that's enough of that.
So if you saw all that blurry stuff, that was just soap on the camera
And a candle.
and a candle. Well, this here is just soap on the lens.
That
So,
is like, so that's almost embarrassing.
yeah.
Oh, go back to the comments, dear.
Okay.
They're all laughing at you, I'm sure.
Are they?
Yeah. So anyway, oh my gosh. So Pyro said he has watched the whole hour-long overlanding video. He's got a good channel.
Yeah, he does.
So anyway, so that's
And that was another thing too. When I watched, I didn't watch the whole hour, but I watched a lot of. I jumped ahead and watched, a few minutes here and there,
Okay.
did the whole video.
so,
And one of the things, he is a really good editor too. So there's that.
all right, so let's talk about how to. So we've just basically run you step by step how to create a hoax video if you want to do a ghost Bigfoot.
Mhm.
Okay. But let's talk about hoaxes in general, because I have a hunch we're going to be talking about this frequently in the near future. How do hoaxes impact Bigfoot research? How could they help research? I mean, do they improve this? What is their impact on what we're doing? And why is skepticism so very important? Especially, rapture skepticism is important. Even if we think sometimes you go overboard with that stuff. I'm just giving you a hard time. Anyway, so talk to us about the importance of hoaxes.
Well, they're not important, but there's a couple of things that's really bugs me. I mean, the Bigfoot world is
okay. Why are they significant? How about that?
Okay. One of the things is in the Bigfoot world, it's one of the few there's a couple, but cryptids, UFOs, ghosts, there's so many hoaxes in those areas, and it really really hurts the credibility of us who are out here doing this
for realsies.
For realsies. And
kind of like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that. So, like when I was working in Native American cultural anthropology, when we dug something up, I didn't have people out there on the archaeological dig burying stuff that we would find. So it's kind of different now that I have to be very careful what people send me. That's why a lot of stuff we share are people like you guys that we know who are out there doing the stuff. And when you guys find stuff and you send it to me, it's a little more believable to me than stuff because I know you guys.
So like Scott and Renee and Janice, people. Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I can kind of rely on. And then when we get stuff from outside, I'm very skeptical with, I have to be very skeptical with everything.
And
So-
then there's the point though where you have to put skepticism aside.
right. You have to rule out all the possibilities. So, and here's the crazy part. The fact that I can recreate it in my editing program doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't real, you know. And I know this guy said it was fake, and it looked fake, and some of the stuff that he said before and afterwards led me to believe this was a tag on the end of his video to get people to watch to the end. So there's that. But if you film this with your trail camera and you left the tag on the bottom of it, you just took the video and sent it to me, and I could tell it hadn't been edited, which I can tell in my program because there's timeline stuff that'll show. When you just sent me the video and there's stuff like that on it, and you didn't say, oh my gosh, I filmed this because I thought something creepy was going to happen at the end of my video, you know, stuff like that. If you just sent the raw video, because most people, if you caught something like that on video for real, the first thing you do is like throw it up on everything you own and say, hey, look at this, tell me, what do I got? You know, because that's the first thing I did when I got my picture of my Bigfoot. Is I sent it to everybody I knew and posted it everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, I got a Bigfoot. I really did. I saw it myself, you know, kind of deal. And it wasn't, well, I'm going to put this at the end of one of my videos. So
I have a question. So let's talk about editing. So I have a question about your photo. Now, we've been very transparent. You had that original photo that you showed for years. And then 2 years ago, Jesus Payan enhanced it for you.
If you're a Bigfoot enthusiast.
that wasn't it.
Which is a type of editing. Do you have the unedited and the edited version? This is the enhanced.
The enhanced version of it. And all he did, and we went through the steps, literally all he did was to what's it called? He just added green basically to it. Changed the color profile.
Okay. My question is, does even an editing and an enhancement like that add to credibility or take away from credibility? What do you think?
Well, when they enhanced the Freeman film and added to it, I think it added to mine.
Except unless you've decided you don't believe it, period.
Yeah. And then there's nothing you can do about it because I can't prove what's real and not real.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I can't prove to you that the Anunnaki created us.
Yeah.
So there we are.
There's that.
All right. Well, okay. So main points of the show.
I'm looking. Okay, keep going.
There you go.
I'm going to find the original video or the original photo.
I think isn't it this one right there?
Yeah.
Here's the original photo.
It's uploading.
It's uploading. Okay.
There's the original photo I took before the enhancement.
And it's dead smack center.
Yeah. Well, I can't do that. But
if you know what to look for, you can see both of them.
So there's the two there. And then now you know what you're looking at. This is the unedited original photo.
Yeah. Not zoomed in on.
Yeah. So you can still see them in the center. And I saw them with my own eyes. This is what you're looking at right here is what I saw with my own eyes. And then this is the zoomed in and color edited. So that's the original photo.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. All right. So, anywho, thanks, Raptor. We're glad you thought it was a good show. We want to wrap it up. So, telltale signs of a possible fake. Them telling you there's something awesome at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are some other telltale signs?
I don't know. It's one of the things. If you just watch the videos, you can tell if they're saying things that lead up to I'm going to have a sighting. That's one of the things. They're doing it for clicks, you know.
I want to know what the power of a trail camera is really. Let's just assume that this is an existing thing. What the power of a trail camera is to capture a spirit on film.
I don't know. I haven't done a lot of ghost setting. I don't even know if it'll trigger. I don't know if.
Does the camera capture ectoplasm?
That's it.
I didn't see them using cameras in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
So one of the things I wanted to say that I would say I'd talk about later is we talked about people think they do cloak. One of the things when you look at the what we suspect is Bigfoot hair under a microscope,
We've said this before.
Yeah, we've said this before. It doesn't have a medulla in it. It doesn't have a core in it. There's one other animal on the planet that doesn't have a core in its hair either, and that's a polar bear. And the reason is the polar bear's hair is translucent. So if it's standing in snow, it's white. If it's on pavement, like if you went and seen a polar bear at a zoo, you think they look dirty because they are gray. That's not that they're dirty. It's the fact that their hair is reflecting the color of the concrete that's around them. So if Bigfoot's hair, which doesn't have a core, makes it more translucent, it may have a color like red or brown or whatever, but if it's more translucent, it has the ability to bend light through it a little and to camouflage itself. So that may be what you're seeing. And another thing is when you're 8 foot tall and you have a 48-inch stride, it takes you very few steps to move a very long ways. And if you're as fast as a human, taking 20-inch strides, each of you just doubled the speed of what a human can run. So if a human can run 25 miles an hour, that means you can run 50, basically. So it doesn't take many steps for them to vanish into the woods. So if you're moving and your hair is translucent, as you're moving through them, it'll look like it's changing colors. As it moves by things, there's your scientific hypothesis of the cloak.
Yeah. So Pyro asks, what do you think about the crash avoidance systems in cars detecting spirits in cemeteries? I've honestly never heard of that.
Me either. But
sounds interesting.
That sounds cool.
I'd love to. Yeah. Throw us some links about that.
So this Tuesday we dropped the video for our Patreons about a little bit of rebuilding I've had to do on the truck because the bed was breaking and stuff. And what we're doing is we're dropping the videos for our members only on Tuesdays, and then they get to see it early, and they get to, and then the next week it'll drop for you guys, for everybody. So
early access.
Early access. That's what it's called.
All right.
So one of the things that we are adding to the truck, because I want to get into this whole spirit thing to try.
Are we adding a crash avoidance system?
No, to try to either prove it or debunk it. I'm going in eyes wide open and not leaning one way or the other. So I'm adding, we're adding some stuff to the truck. I haven't got all the parts yet, but they're coming. But I have some of them. We are adding infrared spotlights because some people say that infrared spotlights will show up. I already use laser grids. Scott's seen me do that. We use laser grids in the woods to show motion in the dark. I have 2 of those already. But one of the things I'm going to do is we're going to do infrared lights. We're going to do UV lights. And the truck's going to be added EMF detectors on it that will, and I've got a data loggers that's going to log anytime anything, the EMF changes around the truck while we're sleeping at night. And we're also putting up motion, or I'm adding motion sensors to kick on different lights, whatever walks in front of it. So we can have motion sensors that turn on regular lights, or we'll have it turn on the infrared lights or the UV lights, depending on what we want to do.
Okay, so if you want to get early access to all that, lasers. When they said losers, I'm going, Renee, that's harsh.
No, she said
Anyway.
lasers. So
Hey,
yes, we want
guess
sharks
what?
with lasers.
William, hi William. Trail cams work for motion. You will need a full spectrum camera for spirit pics.
That's right. And that I already have.
Is that our Ronin?
Yeah, we have a full spectrum camera also.
All
And
right.
we have a thermal trail camera too. So that's going to be permanently mounted on the truck from now on too. I'm too worried about setting it up in the woods and leaving that because it's expensive. So, but we're going to just put it while we're camping in the woods. So, which next weekend,
This weekend, like in 3 days or something. I think we're going out on Saturday and we'll come back Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
Go out on a holiday weekend because we're idiots.
Yeah.
Anyway, so please like, subscribe, share, share, comment in the comments. And by the way, Scott Goebel, we still have not gotten your thing. We're checking the mail in a few days. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping it did not get lost in the mail somewhere, because I'm a little concerned about that. But anyway, and go to Rocky Mountain Bigfoot. Check out his channel. Watch his videos. He's good people. And what are we talking about next week, darling?
Bigfoot stuff.
Well, you heard it straight from the man.
Yes.
So, with that said, we want to thank you for being with us tonight, for going a little bit overtime, and just to remind you, our job is to investigate the unexplained,
not to explain the uninvestigated.
So until next week, you keep watching,
and we'll keep squatching.
Now, go. Would you come on?
No, go out and find Bigfoot.
That damn Sasquatch.